Hey, everybody, welcome to Pink Shade Prime. It's Mary Payne here. It is TLC Tuesday, but we got new show Who Dis? Kimberly.
Woohoo!
I need a more excited reaction from you.
New show Who Dis?
Oh my God. Okay. Well,
SSW in the house.
That's right. It's not South by Southwest. It's SSW. Whoop, 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 whoop. Do I have a fun sound on the soundboard for it?
We're flying into a new season.
I've got a good sound for it. You ready?
I guess the one thing that I have hesitation of is I think he's gay. I guess.
Yeah, we'll just we'll give you a little Ethan Plath, and you can figure out who we're talking about.
I can't believe you gave me that couple. This is gonna be so hard to do. Okay, let's do this.
Let me tell you what, when I go through I literally go through what TLC has sent me, and with two couples we know, and I gave you an old one, I gave me an old one, and then the rest I just divide up. I had not seen 1 minute of a clip or anything, and boy, oh boy, am I glad. Am I glad. I'm real glad about my decision on that one. Okay. All right. Well, we're not going to start with them. All right. This is Seeking Sister Wife, Season 6, Episode 1. You're no longer in Brazil, Dorothy. So are we again getting titles, quotes in movies like we're getting on The Other Way?
Yeah, maybe. I'm excited to try to figure it out. And also, that lady had no idea what Dannielle was talking about.
No, for the last year, I don't think they've had any idea what Dannielle's talking. I mean,
what anybody is saying.
Nobody speaks the same language. Now, for the third woman they've tried to recruit from Brazil, you think they would have learned some phrases.
Right. Or just maybe don't go to Brazil. You don't have the best luck there. But that's what God wants him. Some Brazil poo to nanny. I forgot what the word was, and I was like, "Poo-tang? That's not right."
That's one word for it.
One word for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then
nanny is what you're trying to say.
Nanny, yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Either way, we're starting off.
That's
strong.
What God wants for him.
That's what God wants for him.
How dare we question what God wants for him?
God told him in the garage. And by the way,
you will make your wife miserable. You will emotionally traumatize her on national TV, and you will get Brazil Putinani. And he said, "Go forth, my son, into Brazil, the land of Putinani." And he said, "Okay, God, I'll do what I'm called to do. That is my burden on this planet."
It's a burden, all right. He's a burden. He is not playing with the full deck. He is so dumb.
No, he's so it's wild. There's nothing behind those eyes.
No. And you notice when he talks,
it's glossy.
Dannielle finishes his sentence because he just is like, he just can't quite, synapses don't. Yeah. But once again, this is a guy that everybody
needs a conservatorship. Can we get a conservatorship for him?
Oh, we need a conservatorship for her. But listen,
sometimes I think the producers are watching their interviews and they're talking to them and they're just like, is this ethical? Like, are we taking advantage of this simple man?
But here's the thing. He obviously does very well in his construction business. Now, they said a long time ago that they were moving to Arizona because of Garrick's migraines. He had to get out of that high altitude and go to a lower altitude and go to Arizona.
Okay.
But perhaps that will happen this season. I don't know, but they are clearly still in this house.
Interesting.
That they built for a little wife, but small wife, but she never came.
Yeah. That bitch.
That bitch. Just listen, good for you. Okay, but let's don't start with them. Let's start with the new couple. This is the Perlata family. This is Dani and Yessel. Yessel is hot.
Oh, okay.
I find him hot.
They're a good-looking couple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They are. I mean, she's also hot, but he's very hot. So
yeah.
We start off with them and we don't know them, but they're brand new. And they're in a self-defense class. They explained they met via friends at somebody's wedding. He thought she was beautiful. And he thought right when he saw her, I'm going to take her home tonight. And she says, we hit it off right away. And I guess they were dancing and he bit her shoulder.
Yeah.
And she said, do it one more time and we're leaving. And so he did it. And so they left together.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. This is how it starts.
That's a story you want to tell on TV.
And your children to hear.
Uh-huh.
And then we see more than one picture of him with a giant tongue licking her forehead, licking the side of her face. And
they are a mouthy couple.
They're a hot and sexy, mouthy couple. So they've been married almost 5 years. They have 4 kids. Now, his oldest 2, he says, my oldest 2, this is what he says verbatim. I want you to remember this. My oldest 2, Jelena and Brady, are from a past relationship.
Oh, wait.
He says from a past relationship.
Interesting. Okay.
Watched it twice. Rewound it. Made sure.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what he said.
And they have 2 together, Jackson and Alex. And their marriage has always been traditional until about a year and a half ago. He travels a lot internationally, and she's at home alone working and taking care of the kids full time. To me, I'm like, okay, you don't need a sister wife. You need a nanny or like a live-in au pair. You don't
just pay for a nanny. 100%.
You need a sister wife so that when he comes home, he has to deal with 2 women instead of 1.
Right.
It says nothing makes sense here.
They all want companionship that doesn't exist. I've yet to see the companionship. Maybe that. Okay.
You're there.
Yeah. They look actually like a Twilight type couple. Like maybe she's a vampire and he's a werewolf or something.
She looks a little more badass in this picture than she does in real life.
His hand is huge.
I'm telling you, he's got something.
That hand is it covers her whole head.
Yeah. Yes, I bet he could just palm her whole face. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But he made a PowerPoint presentation to show her why they should do it. Okay. So here's the PowerPoint. If you're not watching on YouTube, I'll read it to you. Here's the PowerPoint presentation. The pros of having a sister wife are a bigger family, more connection, more love. If you put 2 exclamation points, you really drive that point home.
Mm-hmm.
Lower chances of getting bored.
I don't know about that.
Sharing the duties. Your physical and emotional needs will be met by another person. Financial security. Now, you're assuming this third person coming in has
a job and is going to raise the children.
And bring some cash. And sister wife would encourage hard work and healthy competition?
No. That's wrong. No.
The cons are it can create conflict. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That seems jealousy. Like what it does best.
Jealousy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sharing. Yeah, these are cons.
Okay.
Also, their family may not understand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could also be viewed as wrong.
Right.
Uh-huh. And we may clash with bringing someone in if our views don't align.
Well, okay.
Okay. All of these, he made really good bullet points, but then here at the end, he gave you a full sentence. But it should have just been, views don't align, could have been a con there.
Yeah.
So this is what they're saying. And she's not on board with this. She does not want to do this. She wants to get a nanny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he says, it would be a tremendous support to them if they had this other person. It would give them comfort and emotional support and a bond with another person.
He just wants a new lady to lick. That's all.
You're so right. A new lady to lick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he wants to get permission to do it.
Right.
Yeah. So as they're in the self-defense class, he says to her, the self-defense is going to be great for when I'm gone. Are you planning on people coming into the home and attacking her? Like, what do you mean? Like, because normally you're just with her all the time? Like, what do you mean? The self-defense will be great for when I'm gone.
He's hired someone to break into the house and murder her like a Dateline, but he's doing the self-defense class so that it looks like he cares and would never do that.
Well, it could be, but I'm like, it's just the same as she was walking to Target if you were in town and just at home.
Exactly.
Rather, if you were walking in the parking lot at Target and you're in wherever the hell you're going for whatever reason, get a wife over there. Don't even tell her about it. Like, just do that.
Just do a separate second family.
Yeah. Nobody ever finds that out. So he says, but hey, I understand I'm teaching you self-defense, but most importantly, we got to keep on our search for a sister wife. And I've been looking, I've been dabbling. And she reminds him that he did this before, went looking without her, and he went 0 to 100, but she's more like 0 to 50. And she was very left out and not involved. Yeah. And they fought about this.
Like, have you watched the show? Because every single couple goes through this, and it's always better if the woman leads the way and it sets the pace. Like, learn from these previous people on the show.
Because when the guy just brings somebody in
on national TV for your service, and you're not taking advantage.
Look for the previous 5 seasons. So she says he formed a bond with a woman. It was like a high school friend or something. And I wasn't given an opportunity to be there, be involved. And it was hard on me. And it still is that he did that. And she cries about it. And she says, I worry about things going sideways. But at that time, we realized we went about it the wrong way and we grew stronger because of it. But I don't want to test the integrity of what we've rebuilt. And then she says to him, I'd like to be present during the window shopping. He's like, okay, yeah, my bad. We almost broke up over it, but okay, my bad. Sorry.
That's a huge misstep, but she just lets him off the hook.
Yeah. Now Leah comes over. Leah is the mother of Yessel's 8-year-old son. Now, earlier he said my 2 kids are from a past relationship, but in fact, his 2 kids are from 2 past relationships, unless Leah just doesn't claim the daughter. Who's the mother of Jelena, his other child?
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like, did he adopt that one when he was with Leah? But
she would have said my 2 children.
She doesn't consider it.
No, she would have said when my 2 children are over here.
So he must have misspoke, or the show has decided to pretend that only Leah exists because they don't have clearance from the other mom. She doesn't want to be on the show.
Okay. But he could have said, I have 2 kids from past relationships.
Right. Yeah, no, he could have. It seems like they're lying.
Yes, sure does. Sure does. But anyway, it's cool because Leah and his wife, Dani, are very close. And it seems like when he got together with Dani, the baby was pretty young. She goes, I knew he had a young child. No mention of the other child. I knew he had a young child. And she says, and honestly, his relationship with Leah is really good because of me, And she is very, very close with Leah. And she says, I'd really like for Leah to be our sister wife. And he's like, negative. No.
Yeah.
Although it seems like, okay.
Well, he doesn't like her, and that's crucial.
Well, is it? Because it's all about when he's out of town?
That's true. It is all about it's supposed to be all about what the women want. It's to support the women. And yeah.
Right. Makes no sense. So Leah says, yeah, when I found out they were thinking about this, I thought, that's crazy. That's crazy. And if he would have asked me when I was with him, I don't know, I would have hit him in the head with a frying pan or imposed some sort of physical violence on him. And my concern is my son is over there. And what about my son? Will he be confused? Will he be happy? And what if I don't like this person? So all valid points. So Dani goes, yeah, you know what he did? He went looking at apps on his own again. And Leah goes, ooh, he did that last time. Is that triggering for you? And she goes, yeah, it was triggering. And she goes, because
it's triggering for me. I'm triggered.
And she goes, yeah, I thought, enough time had passed and I was feeling more secure in it. And then he does this. And Leah goes, but what are the rules? Okay, what if you find somebody and one of you likes the person and the other one does not? And she goes, well, I have said the one thing is I have to meet the woman first without him. And that's what, like you've said, like that always is what works best.
Mm-hmm.
And Leah says, are you sure you actually are ready to try this again? And she goes, no, I'm really not. I'm really not sure. And Leah says, well, this is the kind of thing that can ruin a marriage. And Dani goes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys, are they going to end up at the end of the season like, we've decided it's not a good idea?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen?
Yeah, because she's just not into it at all.
All right, Kimberly, it's your time to shine because guess what? It's time for the Williamson family of New Ross, Indiana, Reise and Billie Jean. Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you see this quote here? Matt Marr of Reality Gaze gave me this quote. I reached out to my best gay source. My best gay source is my bestie, Matt Marr.
I almost texted him and said, I just need to know from a gay man's perspective.
Matt's quote is, and I've asked him twice, is it okay if I say that you said this? And he said, I encourage you to post that I said this. And the quote is, he is a dick-sucking, designing my wife's clothes, fruitcake eating friend of Dorothy's. That's Matt's quote about Reise.
Also, his hands are permanently in jazz hands. Like, I don't know if he was born that way, and there's some sort of dexterity issue, but he's perpetually jazz hand. They're in jazz hands in their hero shot. They just do it, the jazz hands at dinner. I don't know how he holds a fork, but he is always in jazz hands.
Let me tell you something. He'd be a real fun dad. Real fun dad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yes. I could see it would annoy the crap out of me. Somebody that's on all the time. No, thank you.
Listen, I'm glad that he brought it up.
Yeah.
Not right away, but they did bring it up later. And even his best friend is like, yeah.
No, it was shocking. And I kept going, are they going to say it? Am I the only one who sees this? Like, do you guys see? I was talking to invisible people in my house. Do you guys see?
No.
Am I crazy? Am I in the Twilight Zone? Is this like that Twilight Zone where I have a pig nose and everybody else doesn't have a pig nose? What's happening here? He's clearly gay, right? This was me talking to myself.
Yeah. When I saw it, and because I never pre-watch anything, I like to just go with it as I see it. And I kept rewinding it, same as you, going, did I miss something at the beginning where they said that this is the marriage that they have? Right. This is the marriage they agreed upon. Did I miss it?
I thought maybe perhaps they canceled Seeking Brother Husband and they were merging the two shows. So they were going to have some couples that were actually seeking a husband.
Yeah. So go ahead and let's talk about the Williamson family, Kimberly.
So we hear a man he's clearly in the shower.
Uh-huh.
I am the very model of a modern major general, singing the whole song in the shower. Thank you. Camera is in the shower with him. And then they're in the kitchen and there are chickens walking around a la Raina from 90 Day Fiancé.
Yes.
And one of them is pecking at a tomato on the kitchen floor.
Yeah. You saw that correctly.
Just a wet tomato, juicing it up on the kitchen floor.
It was a mess in there. He
says to the rooster, hey, Papa, where's your other sister wife? Because it's one man and multiple lady chickens. So he is Reise, spelled insanely. It's like that people just took letters, put them in there. It's almost all vowels. Reise.
Correct. Reise. Mhm.
She is Billie Jean, a la Not My Lover. And she cannot be his lover because there's no way he's into vagina. So they have 2 babies in high chairs. Twins?
I'm thinking twins. I think they talk about IVF, so I think these are twins. It wasn't clear, but I think they're twins. They seem to be the same size. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he's making fart noises for the babies to laugh. Like you said, fun dad. He says they're a little bit country, and we see a mailbox that looks like a pig. And they have 2 kids, 2 dogs, 3 cats, chickens, and they're seeking a extra Y. And then one of the chickens jumps on the kitchen counter.
No.
Listen, I love animals.
No. I know
love
you do.
Animals. That's nasty.
It's gross. Because chickens poop everywhere all the time.
Yes.
So they're slipping and sliding all over that kitchen, and the chicken poop and the mashed up tomatoes and babies throwing stuff on the floor. At one point, she just puts like a cracked egg on the floor. It was like, I know you want to eat it.
She feeds the chickens egg shells.
It made no sense to me.
Is that something you do? Isn't that like gross?
Is it like feeding me my own placenta? I don't know.
I don't know. Seems cannibalistic.
Mm-hmm.
So is very animated.
Nice. Okay.
Animated. And then that's when I was like, what's happening? So they've been married for 4 years, but they've known each other since middle school when they met in show choir. So he says he was the star of the show.
Duh.
And she was on the stage crew.
Yes.
So
right.
She would help him get dressed backstage. And he jokes, she's been undressing me for a long time. Okay. Saucy. In their late 20s, they reconnected and she was smitten with him. Him?
Yeah,
she thought he was super funny. And then he goes, what's a hook in the...
So cheesy.
And she's like, yeah, I reeled him in.
She looked over it because she didn't realize the joke was happening because he was over there doing it. And she's like, yeah, I reeled him in.
Yeah. You snagged a really straight man. Good for you. So the idea for polyamory came from her.
Always does.
Yes, always does. They used IVF to get pregnant because she has bum eggs, and a friend donated her eggs, and that made them think, well, we really want a big family. We could keep doing IVF, or we could have another wife. She says it's really hard to find a good guy, and I found one, and I'm willing to share him with someone who also wants a good man who will be there. We have a lot of love in our family.
Okay. That's the man you want.
That's the man you want to share. Do you want to share or do you want to get rid of him for half the week? Continue. It is hard to find a good man who will be there. It's even harder to find one who also wants to have sex with you.
That's right.
So she has been pushing it for several years, and he has been like, ew, vagina, but he's now finally considering it. They wonder if they should start on an app because they live in a very small country town. So they're going to have to go far and wide to find someone who wants to marry him. They're very new into this. They don't really know what they're doing. They haven't discussed rules or anything like that. She's like, there are no rules. I don't know.
She's like, I really don't care. He's got to stop singing those show tunes in the kitchen. I'm trying to get my chickens to mate. Yeah.
And then she says, I'm comfortable with him going out on dates alone because I know that he doesn't want to have sex with these ladies. She's like, won't have jealousy or anything. I'm fine with him to go. I trust his instincts. I want them to bond. And she can deal with him, and then I'll jump in later, maybe, or maybe I'll just leave the family.
Right. I'll meet her at some point. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
to me.
it's fine.
Yes.
No. So she says, it'll be funny to watch you go on dates. And he says, yeah, and watch me friend zone someone. And then he says, we're not hypersexual at this point.
They've been married 4 years. 4 years. And he goes, so it's not like they've been married like 30 years. He goes, we've been married 4 years and we're not hypersexual. No.
We're not
hypersexual
at this point. And then she says, Mr. Spicy is non-existent. And he says, Mr. Vanilla. And he says, she adds the sprinkle. And then she says, I call him my plain vanilla. And he says, I'm just the prop. And then they laugh hysterically.
So what he's saying is, I lay on my back.
Yeah.
She jumps on.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. She just needs my peen every few minutes a week. And then
that's it.
The rest of the time, I can work on my show tunes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, what's your type? And I was like, I can guess what his type is. He says, I'm not super shallow. Okay. Like, I don't care if they're blonde or brunette or, have huge muscles and an Adam's apple and a penis.
Oh my
no,
God,
what were we talking about?
We're going to get in trouble for this.
She says, I don't care. I don't know. I'm not shallow. I'm looking for a connection, someone I can be goofy with. Mm-hmm. And he says, I love women of all ethnicities, and then proceeds to name every famous Black woman.
I didn't hear any other ethnicities in there. And I'm not sure if he knows there are other ethnicities.
Also, some of them were a choice for a man who's like under 40. Halle Berry, sure.
Yeah.
Vivica A. Fox, sure.
Okay, sure.
Michelle Obama.
Okay.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Oprah Winfrey.
She's a little old for you, but okay. Gay icon. Yeah.
Gay icon. Mm-hmm. Queen Latifah. That was an interesting choice.
A lesbian. Uh-huh.
Salt and Pepper.
Some elder ladies, but fun.
From
They're
your
fun.
childhood, perhaps.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They're fun. Yeah.
His white wife just smiles at the camera as he does this list.
And she's like, oh my God, I should have at least told him about Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Like just somebody else. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bless him.
Okay. So
what if he would have been like, listen, I love Diana Ross and I love Cher. And
that's
I
what
love
I thought. Barbara Streisand.
Lady Gaga, Barbara Streisand. Yeah.
Yeah. So what if he had said, I love Judy Garland? I mean, you could call me a friend of Dorothy. I love Lady Garland. Okay, so there we go.
There we go.
He's a fruitcake eating friend of Dorothy.
According to Matt Marr. Matt
really freed us. I feel like we would have been a lot more PC if Matt had not given that quote. So
I can have the text proof where I asked him last night and this morning to make sure he wasn't drunk when he told me last night. Is it okay? And then I sent him the slide. I said, this is going on the podcast today. And he just said, LOL.
Listen, I don't want to out someone or accuse someone of being I don't want to speculate on someone's sexuality, but they discuss it in the show. And it's confusing.
Mm-hmm. This, I'm going to tell you something. So we covered, you're covering Welcome to Plathville. There's a lot of speculation about Lydia's new husband and is he gay? And I'm going to tell you something. He looks like a flannel wearing macho man.
Yeah, he looks like the brawny man compared to this. Yeah. And I love would rather date Lydia's new guy. I love that kind of nerdy guy.
Me too.
But that doesn't mean he's gay. I would much rather date him than someone who's squealing off their car in drunk driving and wearing his belt buckle and waving guns in the air.
Yes, having a choice between Zach and Ethan.
Yeah.
Yes, we will choose. Everybody would choose Zach all day, every day.
So it's not that this man is not macho. It is that he's the most stereotypical gay man I've ever seen, and I was in a theater major in school. So there we go. So he says they have an acre nearby. They want to build a commune, but she really wants her own space. She wants her own house. I agree.
She wants her own acre.
Yeah. So I don't want to hear the show tunes when it's not my day. When it's not my day, I don't want to hear your jokes. Stay over there. So he says, I'm going to try for you. And she says, it makes me so proud that you're willing to do this for me. And she says, I'm willing to sacrifice my marriage if this doesn't work. Because
here's the thing. She knows that she married a guy who's not into her.
Yes.
And they're very best friends, and that's great. And she loves that they're friends, and she wants to like create a family with him because she loves him as a friend.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But she's not getting anything in this situation. Like, it's just bringing on another woman that he will friend zone, as he said. So it really needs to be seeking brother husband for both of them. They could bring on someone who's bi and maybe interested in both of them. And then they could it would be a different show, but they could be a throuple and they would both get something out of it.
Or, bring on, a bisexual woman and then a gay man, and then they could just I don't know. Well, then if she's not bisexual, that won't work. Yeah, no. I think they each just need a new partner, and then they can make a big family compound. They can still have a big family compound. It'll just be very untraditional. But I think she's like, I think I'll pretend to go on this show and pretend this thing so I can like show everybody. Can you see what I'm dealing with here? This man is not into me. He is vanilla eye and sprinkles,
Yeah, exactly. She does seem to laugh at his jokes, though. Like, she does think he's funny.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she really had to hunt him down. She's like, I worked hard to get you to marry me. Like, because he's just not interested.
Okay. Now, are you going to discuss when they went to the lunch with the friend?
Yeah. So they are meeting up for drinks with his friend Kayla. They knew her from show choir. And then he and Kayla went to college together. She's like a sister. And Billie Jean says, but not like a sister wife. And he says, no, that's gross.
Ew. Girls.
Vagina.
Mm-hmm.
So she asks, how's it going with the search? And he says, my main thing that I'm nervous about is in the past, people have assumed that I was gay. And I was like, finally, they're saying it.
Yeah,
Thank
finally.
God. And the music gets that little twinkle where the editors are making fun of the person.
Mm-hmm.
Like watching Darcy try on clothes or something. Like the editors know that we're all just like, And Kayla nods. Like, I think instead of being like, what? No. What? Gay? What? No. Instead, she's like, yes. She says, I first thought he was gay, and I can see how people would think that. He loves the arts, and he comes off as feminine. And Billie Jean says, my dad thought he was gay. And then he says, well, I was doing show choir dance moves, so that didn't help the situation.
Why are you meeting somebody's parents and being like, look what I got? And 1, 2, 3, hit it. Step ball change, shuffle to the left and kick. Why are you doing that?
Why?
Why?
So he's like, says, I don't give a crap. I am what I am. And Kayla goes, yeah, you're animated. And he says, I have a higher voice. And Billie Jean says, you're a little guy. And Kayla says, you were a late bloomer. And Billie Jean says, you're super flamboyant and loud. And that's when he goes, flamboyant? Like, he was okay with everything else. Like, we're just listing the things that make you seem gay. And he's like, what? Flamboyant? That's too far. And so she's like, well, you are. And he goes, okay, wow. I'm just taking notes. Okay, flamboyant. Check.
Okay.
Like he didn't know.
Like he didn't know. The jazz hands. Okay.
So Billie Jean says, look, if we're serious in this, you need to step up your game. And he says, I can do it. I'm going to gear myself up. I'm going to make this waitress blush. Just wait. She does because she's embarrassed for you.
I think he's trying to be like, hey, lady, how you doing?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it doesn't work. He says in their talking head, if I was gay, I would shout it from the rooftops, which is kind of a gay phrase when you think about it.
What I said to Matt was, I really need to know his religious background. I need to know if somewhere in here, in him, it has been beat into his head like gay is bad. And
yes.
And so even I need to know his religious background to really understand what's happening here.
They live in the country, so that is a strike against it. And maybe super Christian, maybe Catholic. Yeah, we don't know. But it's definitely, I don't think he's around gay people. And it makes me sad. I feel sad for him if he is gay and he can't be his true self. Like that always is horrible. And to be almost like 40, however old he is, 30 something, 40. Like,
they never told us their ages, by the way. Normally they tell us their ages. They didn't tell us.
Yeah. So I just want him to be free. He could be living it up in West Hollywood. Like
totally.
He is kind of cheesy though. He's like super cheesy. So he might need to work on that if he's going to date anybody, men, women, whatever. So that he says, if I was gay, I would shout it from the rooftops, but I just like the boobies too much.
Yeah. A lot of straight guys say boobies.
Yeah. With a giggle. And then Billie Jean like nods, like he loves the boobies.
Yeah.
So Billie Jean says, you need to be smooth, not goofy. Women don't want goofy. We want a man. But you're with him and you chased him down and pursued him and got him to agree to go out with you.
And have 2 children with him.
And have 2 children with him. So the waitress comes over and he goes, darling, everything is beautiful. And he touches her shoulder. It is so delicious. Did you cook this yourself? If you want to come home and cook for me, that would be great. And Kayla, the friend, says, he's not kidding. They're looking for a sister wife. And the waitress is like, what? Huh? What? Him? Okay. And he says, they're saying I don't have game. How did I do? And she's very kindly says, you did great. Good job, buddy.
Good job, sweetie.
Yeah. And he's like, I mean, would you ever go on a date with me? And she's like, and then she just kind of leaves.
And
then he goes, we'll call you, beautiful. And then Kayla goes, he has his work cut out for him. And then she tells him, maybe keep the jazz hands to yourself.
What do you think Kayla thinks? Do you think Kayla's like, okay, how long are we going to do this? Like, what are we doing, Reise? Yeah.
It's like it's like a weird group delusion that people are playing into. Like so,
I know what you're saying.
I don't know how to, like someone loses a child and then they get a doll that the doctor says, pretend this is your child to help you through the trauma. And then everyone plays along with it. And so we're all at a dinner table, like watching them feed a doll and just being like, we're all just going along with this for a set amount of time until mommy is better.
Wow. That is pretty dark. That is pretty dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? saying though? I was searching for a lighter metaphor, but I could not get one. Okay, it's like if your 5-year-old wants a dog and you say no, you can't get a dog, but they pretend they have this dog and they walk this like thing on a string that is not a dog, and then everyone's like, and then you go to a restaurant and they're like, "Do you guys let dogs eat at the restaurant?" And the waitress is like, "No, I'm sorry, we'll make a special exception for your dog. What's your dog's name?" Scout.
Yes.
Hi, Scout. And then we're all feeding the dog, putting out a bowl of water for the dog.
Okay, that was better. Yeah, I think that it is a group delusion, and I know we've poked a lot of fun at him, but I would like for him to live his authentic life.
That's all we want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel terrible. And for her, she's obviously not getting her needs met. And
no, he's the
they're
vessel.
going about it in the weirdest way by finding another woman here.
Right. And maybe the truth is they're both bisexual, and she wants another woman to fill her needs. And then she doesn't know what he does on Thursday nights and doesn't ask.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, but he just loves women, and so he'd be thrilled to have these women and these babies. That'd be great. But Thursday nights is Thursday nights are for
daddy
the boys.
Night.
It's daddy night. Daddy goes out. Thursdays for the boys. Listen, again, Matt said it, and Matt said it was okay that we say it. So if you have any problems with our commentary, go find Matt Marr. That's at
Matt Marr.
Reality Gaze. Okay, we're going to talk about the Merrifields, and if you're new here, these are the Merrifields. Now, the lady in the middle,
minus the one in the middle so far.
That's a rotating cast. Okay, this is number 3.
It really is. Oh my God, it's like Family Matters, and they just keep changing, like the actor who plays like the little girl, and then one day she just disappears.
No, I don't remember that. Is that with Urkel?
Yeah, but a lot of shows would do that. They'd be like, we have one actor, and then that actor grows up too fast, then we just switch an actor, and then we're just gonna keep pretending it's the same person.
Well, I'd say Becky and New Becky on Roseanne.
Yes, or the mom on Fresh Prince.
Oh yeah, she changed a couple of times too.
Mm-hmm.
Vivian, is that her name?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, you guys, I cannot do addition, but I can remember that kind of shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Merrifield family. Okay. First of all, I thought they'd moved out of Colorado, but I guess not. Somebody let me know. So these two are in the car driving to the airport to pick up their third, and not because they've got 6 of them total now. There's still just the 2 of them. This is the third wife they tried to recruit from Brazil. This is Garrick's 90-day fiance, Lorena. 90-day fiance. You missed a good one. So she's a 29-year-old Brazilian. They haven't seen her for 7 months. So they saw her that one time for 5 days, and they have not seen her for 7 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're reminded that these two were married for 12 years when he got the voice in the garage to start seeking. It says it in the Bible.
Was he painting some varnishing some wood at the time with a lot of fumes going on when he got that voice in the garage?
I thought he said he was working out in the garage.
Mm-hmm. Did a barbell land on his chest and restrict his oxygen to his brain?
I don't know. As when the house was listed, people were like, the listing does not say God will visit you in the garage. And I think that should be noted on the listing. If somebody died in the house, you have to reveal that. But if God's going to come to you in the garage, that needs to be revealed on the listing. It needs to be. Yeah. So they were married for 12 years when they started seeking. And he says, we were led to polygamy by God. God told me this. And here's his explanation. And she doesn't believe it. She doesn't understand it. And neither does he. But here's what he says, because he's a complete dummy. He's stupid beyond. If you guys just check some of us with the spelling, he can't even spell God. It's got 3 letters. Okay.
Mm-mm.
He says, we look at it like a spiritual thing. Christ says he becomes one with us and we become born again, not of just water, but of his spirit. And so it's the reflection of like the man gives to the woman. And we believe that when intimacy is the marriage, becoming one flesh with each other. So that's what he says. That's his explanation. The man, we become born again, not of just water. Were you born again as a mermaid? What are you talking about?
I'm glad he didn't say sperm in this sentence. He says it later on.
It's coming.
Because last season, we got some sperm talk about, I believe, sperm goes to a woman's brain when you ejaculate in her. And it changes her brain or something.
It changes her brain. It changes her DNA in her brain.
Yeah.
Because, well, let's get into it because Garrick is just so full of knowledge. They had 2 wives that left him. They had small wife, Roberta, also known as Bert, and they got fully divorced to bring Bert to the States. We have her on the stand lying, saying she wants to get divorced on television, lying on the stand. Their marriage.
You didn't watch Sister Wives, but this is what they did on Sister Wives. And
they just lie on the stand to say our marriage is irretrievably broken, even though
so that he could adopt Robin's kids, so that he could marry Robin and adopt her kids. So you're committing some sort of fraud on television.
Yes, you are, right on TV.
Yeah.
And she's lying to the court saying, their marriage is broken and she wants a divorce. And then we find out with Roberta, she left them and they were with her for like 3 years. And we see her doing this unhinged, how could she? She said she was my sister.
And he's filming her.
I believe it was one of the children were filming her because he walked in the background during this.
One of the poor children are filming her having this emotional breakdown because Bert with the braces left them.
Yeah. So that's how she was then. This is how she is now. Doesn't she look happier? Doesn't she look so happy? She looks so much happier now.
Mm-hmm.
So then they met Natalia and things went well. And again, they meet up in Mexico or something and he proposed. But she was never okay with adding to the family because even though he had his wife who was pregnant and he's got Natalia, a hot Brazilian, he wasn't just happy with that. He was continuing to seek because he wanted to also add to the family before they'd even added Natalia. How is he getting all these women over here? He's going to get Natalia over here, be married to her for 1 year, then divorce her, then get another one. Like, how's he going to do this?
Right.
He's going to have to look locally. He's going to have to find somebody with American citizenship.
No, but God wants him to have Brazilian.
Oh, well, then he's going to have to move to Brazil.
Yeah.
So, Natalia, what a bitch. She wasn't fine with him adding other women before he'd even added her. And she goes, after that ended with Natalia, I thought, are we supposed to do this? And he goes, yeah, but you know what? That pain is love. My wives are my glory. My wives are my glory.
Look at Dannielle. Look how happy she is.
She's
That's
thrilled,
my
guys.
glory.
She's so happy to be there. And he goes, I'm nervous, but with Lorena, I really think 3rd time's the charm. So they have a sign. Her name is Lorena. Nobody has ever called her anything other than Lorena, but they have a sign that says, welcome to America, Lolo.
Okay.
They love a nickname. They love a nickname. So she arrives, Lorena arrives, and wow, is she cute. So
she's
cute.
Very, very cute.
Girl, save yourself. What are you doing? Run.
Yeah.
Run. Dannielle hugs her for like a solid 3 minutes. And he's just standing there going, oh, hi.
I have a
sister.
boner. Can I actually hug her?
Hi. And she doesn't let him hug her first, which I loved. So then she hugs Garrick. She kisses him. It's like, I can't believe it. I'm so happy. And Dannielle's like, I'm so happy. This is crazy. We finally got one.
Oh my God. We finally defrauded the United States of America.
And Lorena's like, I need agua, I need water, and cerveza, I need a beer. And they Garrick and Dannielle, no, sorry. Garrick and Lorena kiss, and Danielle's watching going, oh,
That's nice.
Oh, it's nice. So this girl's 29, barely speaks English. They're doing everything on the translator app.
Yeah.
Again, girl, what are you doing? So we're talking heads together.
So clean.
No. Talking heads together, Dannielle goes, it's amazing. After all this work, we're going to have a sister wife living in her home. And Garrick goes, she's a real girl. We didn't make her up.
Oh my God.
So they discuss how they met her on this app. And she says, they said she was really looking for a real man. I mean, take a look at this guy. Am I right?
He has muscles. He wears a tank top.
Versace sunglasses. Yes. She was looking for a real man and wanting to settle down and have a family and, didn't speak English and wanted to come to America. So we thought, bingo. Lorena says, this is the weirdest thing. I was on the app, but I had never met up with anyone. I had never gone out with anybody. But one night I came home from dinner and I looked and there he was. And I always felt my future husband was in Brazil. God had told her this. Were you in your garage when God told you?
Right.
Talking to Garrick goes,
God is talking to a lot of people.
There's other things going on in the world.
I would think so.
Talking to Garrick says, Lorena is really mature. And we had to hash out some deep, heartfelt questions, especially, with Dannielle. And because we knew she had a past with men that treated her bad. And, they have found out. Who's they? They have found out that after women have about 5 men, they can't bond anymore. And the producer goes, what? What? And Danielle's nodding. And he says, after a woman has 5 partners, the chances of her bonding or even having a lasting relationship drops like a crazy amount, just percentage wise. Dannielle says, it's the sperm. And he says, it's the sperm just being inside of her. Yeah. Changes a person. Yeah. It's the sperm. It's the sperm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sperms on the screen, guys. It's 5 ejaculations on the screen. And that's it.
If you've only been with 4 men, you still have a chance of making it with a good guy like Garrick. But once you hit that 5th guy, the chances go way down that you'll find a good man like Garrick and be able to bond with him. You'll just, you're setting yourself up for failure, ladies, by sleeping with more than 5 men.
But I have a question for you.
Threshold. Yeah.
But what if you're with one guy for 10 years and you've had a lot of sex?
So it should really be not the amount of men. It should be the amount of times you've been ejaculated in. So how many times did you have sex per week with each man? Do the math. And then it's more than 100. And if once you hit 100 times ejaculation, or maybe it's different sperms, different types of sperms do different damage to your brain. And much like a brain worm in RFK Jr., these sperms are swimming around up there in your brain and they're making you sinful and bad, like most women are naturally because of Eve and the snake and the apple.
Right. So if you've had sex twice with one guy, twice with the second guy, once with the third guy, you're still good. You're still 3 different sperms.
Right. Exactly. It's the different sperms, the DNA of the different sperms. And I think the important thing to note here really is that it's the woman that becomes bad and not the man, no matter how many times they're ejaculating into women. That does not matter. Doesn't affect them or their brains. Their brains are top notch. Look at Garrick's brain. That's a top-notch brain right there.
It's a great point. He's very, very smart and very worldly and just knows so much about everything. You know what I would like to see, and next week we'll probably see the Davis family. I'd like to see Nick from the Davis family give his opinion on this bullshit that Garrick is spewing, because I'm sure
Because Nick has read a book,
many books.
many books on science. He loves
Mhm.
science, and he's
So I
learned.
bet he would know a lot about this.
Let's get the two of them on a reunion stat.
Oh my God, can you imagine? Okay, guys, just be a lot of mouth hanging open. So, yeah. So when a woman has more than 5 partners and has that sperm goes to her brain and changes her DNA. And so I don't know if we're trying to say Lorena had 4 and Garrick should be 5. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying here.
He does baptize her, and so maybe the 5 can be washed away to like 0 with the baptism, and he was lucky enough to intervene before she got to 6.
Right. Okay. So they decided to meet up in Jamaica after 5 months of talking. And we see her, pointing to Garrick, saying, "My love, Garricky, and my sister Dani, and the baby, Leia. And because it's spelled like Princess Leia. So we see them at the pool bar. Where is the baby? And he baptized her to help her get rid of her sins, the maybe 26 to 35 men she slept with before. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And after 5 days of being in Jamaica, have you noticed a pattern here? They met after 5 months of talking. After 5 days, he proposed, and maybe he's man number 5.
Maybe that's the magic number in the Bible. I don't know. Also, religious question. Can anyone baptize someone else? They don't have to be like a priest or something?
Well, I think he sees himself as, like in the Mormon church, like as the priest holder of the family. The man is the priest holder of the family. And so like Cody would be priest holder over his wives and things. Mm-hmm. So I think that, yes, because he's priest holder of his family, even though they are not Mormon, I think that he's deigned it so. God told him in the garage. So
yeah, he's a man of God. He's talked to God.
Right. So after 5 days, he felt really good about her and thought, I'm going to propose. And she said yes, which means she's not that bright either. And they filed for the K-1 visa. And Dani goes, oh, I thought, here we go again. And I was really worried because of the past. And by the way, the fact that they got a K-1 visa in 7 months is wild.
It's wild.
Wild. So
he has a brand new baby with his now ex-wife that he still lives in the same house with. Mm-hmm. No one is checking up on these visas.
But I mean, they have to do all these full interviews and everything.
I thought so. There's no home check.
I mean, do they already know what the questions are because they've done it so many times? So they poached her.
Google them and turn on the TV.
Yeah.
A quick give it a bang.
And they only have photos from one trip they went on. So it's not like they have photos from all their years of dating. Mm-hmm. So they're driving and she's like, where are the houses? Where are the houses? And it seems like Dannielle has tried to learn some Portuguese because she's like, oh, where are the houses? Okay.
Yeah.
And she says, I know. And you know how when they are trying to talk to their women that speak another language, they always go, yeah. So he goes, no cities. Yeah. No cities. Yeah.
These are the deep conversations that have made them fall in love with each other.
Dannielle says, yeah, no longer in Brazil, Dorothy. Yeah. No, that would have worked better on Reise and Billie Jean. So and the talking head, she goes, in Rio, I'm close to everything. Everything is close that I need, the shopping and the grocery. How will I adapt to this way of living? But of course, they're driving through the country to get to the town because they do live kind of in a town. So Lorena says, do you think the family is nervous to meet me? And he goes, yeah. And they're like, it'll be great for everyone to meet you. Garrick is in the back seat just on his phone. He's looking for wife number 4. He is not interested in them in the front seat at all. Mm-mm. It was like a challenge to get somebody here. Now that she's here, he's like, uh-oh.
No, he's bored.
Yeah, he's bored.
Yeah.
So in the talking head, Lorena says, it's so great that I'm here. And now that I'm here, even it took 7 months, and this maybe is Dannielle saying this, but I believe it's her. She says it only took 7 months. And now that she is there, they only have 90 days to get married. Like the clock starts the minute you land. And it's a lot to take in, and they have to see how they will work as a family. They will have to adjust all their schedules around each other. And Dannielle goes, it's nerve-wracking, but I'm just trying to enjoy the moment. And they drive up, and her dad walks up, hey, because remember, they have an apartment there too, at that house.
I forgot about that.
What are they going to do with them if they sell that house? Mom and Dad, you're on your own. Good luck.
You just build them a new thing.
And there was Next Time On, but because I watched the screener, I didn't see it.
Well, there's one shot that I saw of Dannielle sobbing as Garrick and what's-her-face are kissing, and Danielle's just sitting there, like, quietly crying.
Mm-hmm. Like this, not like this, not like this picture.
Not like that, just quietly crying as they are making out, not even a foot away from her. And they just keep kissing. And it's wild. That's a representation of the show right there, that shot.
I feel like, and I don't know, I never watched Sister Wives, so I don't know, but I feel like with other Mormon couples, like when we saw the guy that talked like Kermit the Frog and had those two beautiful wives, gosh, his name is going to come to me like 10 minutes after we're done recording. They're the Winder family, family. And they were kind of based in Mormonism and never in front of the other where they're like making out. He would come in and like kiss both wives,
right?
Or maybe he would hold a hand, but he was never ever fully making out with one in front of the others, in front of the other.
Right.
So I don't think that's cool, Garrick.
No, it's not. And like, she's literally crying. Like, do you not? Okay.
And then when she'll try to talk to him, he'll do this.
Yeah.
He's always just, what?
He's still listening to God at the same time. It's hard to focus on the person in front of you when God is in your other ear. It's like being on a headset.
Like a movie set, and you've got somebody
and someone's in your ear, but you're trying to focus here. It's very hard.
You guys, this show, it's so good. It's so
wild.
Good. It's so good. I will tell you that over on our friend Amy Archer's podcast, Little Miss Recap, because I got Seeking Sister Wife and Sister Wives are coming back. She's calling it like Sis Timber. Like sis timber.
Yeah.
And then somebody said that she was being like against cisgender people. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
She was like, you try to be funny and people just, yeah. It's like, don't worry. Somebody called me a racist in my Apple review. So there you go.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Good.
That's great. We're trying to get it taken down. I told Matt that, and Matt goes, oh, we get called racist all the time. I was like, what? All the time? I was like, well, I won't be standing for it one time. I'm trying to get Apple to remove it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And then I'll just
I get called too woke all the time.
I'll take it. I've been called that too. Chardonnay swilling Beltway liberal. I got one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, listen, it was box wine Chardonnay swilling. And I was like, remember that? And I was like, how dare you? I would never drink box wine. How dare you?
Yeah.
Everybody, that is Seeking Sister Wife. And if you're listening on the free feed, this is an episode that is now going to be on the $10 a month level. And we will still be talking about Reise. And Matt gave us permission. Again, it's at Reality Gaze if you want to talk to them about it. But they gave us permission. Jake's like, don't drag me into this.
I love how like one gay man can be the arbiter of what we are allowed to say about this other, perhaps closeted, perhaps gay man.
That's right.
We, as two straight ladies, were like, can we, what are we allowed to say? And we took his lead. We ran with it. Yeah.
I'll tell you another gay man that I'm friends with, John Reichart, that lives in Columbus, Ohio. He is a bunkie, longtime bunkie. And he sent me the clip that was on that TikTok and TLC had posted of this guy. Purposefully, TLC had posted it saying like, new season, da 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 da. What do you think about Reise? And John sent it to me and said, this guy is gayer than I am, and I'm married to a man.
There you go.
Yeah. And I just was like, but he sent me the clip and I didn't want to watch the clip because I don't like to like pre-watch things. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh man. Yeah. So that's
Imagine
two.
if you were like, which guy was he talking about? I don't know which guy.
Was it Garrick? I think Garrick likes women.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Anyway, guys, listen, next week we'll have hopefully the Davis family, and then we've got another family called the Johnsons, and it looks like they've been in a polygamous relationship for a while. So I don't know if they're trying to add a third wife or what's going on. Again, I don't pre-watch. I just like to see it as it comes to me. So we'll be back next week. This episode will be on the $10 Prime level. If you want to join, link is in the show notes. You can go to Patreon, Supercast, Apple subscriptions, and Kimberly has a podcast called A Date with Dateline. So if you don't know about that, where you been? Where you been? Everybody go look that up too, because that's always a good time. Okay. Bye, Kimberly.